Global PlayStation Network, PSN, outage sparks fears of a hack. PS5 and PS4 users unable to access online features, causing widespread panic. Sony silent as concerns about security breach rise among players. The PlayStation Network, PSN, is currently experiencing a major outage, affecting millions of PS5 and PS4 players worldwide. Users are unable to log in, access online features, or participate in multiplayer games. The issue, which began over 1 hour ago, has rapidly expanded, and there are growing concerns that the PlayStation Network may have been hacked. With Sony remaining silent on the matter, many players are fearing the worst, as speculation about a potential security breach intensifies. As of now, Sony has not issued an official statement addressing the outage. This lack of communication has caused widespread panic, with many users worrying about the safety of their accounts and personal information. The fear that hackers may be behind the issue is growing, and this uncertainty is only making the situation worse. Given that PSN has been the target of high-profile hacks in the past, players are questioning whether this latest disruption could be the result of a new attack. Saturday, February 8, 2025, 12 a.m., PlayStation Service Status page contradicts reality. At midnight, the PlayStation Service Status page was updated to reflect that every part of PSN is experiencing issues. However, the page initially reported that there were no issues, which was clearly inaccurate given the widespread disruptions reported by users. This inconsistency between the official page and players' experiences has led many to wonder if something more serious, like a hack, is behind the outage. The outage has left users unable to log into their accounts, download content, or access any online services. Some players are now questioning whether this is just a technical issue or if malicious hackers have infiltrated the network. PSN has been targeted by hackers in the past, and many users are concerned that their accounts and personal data might be at risk once again. Saturday, February 8, 2025, 12:40 a.m. Fears of a hack intensify as outage continues. Over an hour into the outage, fears that the PlayStation Network has been hacked are mounting. Players are taking to forums and social media to share their concerns, with many speculating that hackers may be behind the widespread disruption. The suddenness and scale of the outage have raised red flags, and players are worried that their accounts could be compromised. Some users are reporting strange activity, including unfamiliar login attempts, leading to further concerns that the network has been breached. Despite the growing fears, PlayStation has not commented on the cause of the outage, leaving players to wonder whether it's a technical failure or the result of a malicious attack. The silence from Sony is only adding to the anxiety, as users are left in the dark about the safety of their accounts. Saturday, February 8, 2025, 1:15 a.m. PlayStation Japan acknowledges the outage, but no mention of a hack. Around 1:15 a.m., PlayStation Japan acknowledged the ongoing issue, confirming that they are investigating the situation. However, there was no mention of a hack or any indication that the outage could be caused by a security breach. This lack of transparency has left many players frustrated and even more anxious about the security of their accounts. While PlayStation Japan has assured users that the issue is being looked into, they have not provided any details on what caused the outage. This leaves players speculating whether hackers are targeting PSN once again. As the outage continues, players are becoming increasingly concerned about the possibility of personal data being compromised. Saturday, February 8, 2025, 2 a.m. Ask PlayStation acknowledges the issue, but the panic grows. At 2 a.m., Ask PlayStation, the company's official social media support account, posted a brief message acknowledging that some users might be experiencing issues with PSN. They included a link to the PlayStation Service Status page, which still shows that all services are down. This response has been heavily criticized by players, who feel that the wording downplays the seriousness of the situation. The outage is affecting nearly all PS5 and PS4 users, and calling it an issue for some users seems to underestimate the scale of the problem. The continued silence from Sony regarding whether this is a hack has only fueled the fears of those worried about their account security. With no clear communication from PlayStation, many players are left wondering if hackers are responsible for this disruption and whether their personal information has been compromised. Saturday, February 8, 2025, 6:15 a.m. Over 6 hours of outage, fears of data theft rise. As the outage extends into its 6th hour, players from Asia, Europe, and other regions are still unable to access PSN services. The length of the outage, combined with the lack of updates, has caused widespread panic. Players are now fearing that hackers could have gained access to their personal information, including payment details, account credentials, and other sensitive data. Despite the ongoing disruptions, Sony's official social media channels, particularly in English, have remained quiet on the matter. This continued silence has only heightened the anxiety, with players becoming more convinced that this is the result of a hack. Without an official statement from PlayStation, many users are left to speculate about whether their accounts have been breached. Has PSN been hacked? At this point, there is still no confirmation from Sony regarding the cause of the outage. The growing concerns about a hack are becoming impossible to ignore. While it's possible that this is a technical failure, the widespread nature of the disruption and the silence from Sony have led many players to believe that hackers may be behind the issue. The possibility that user accounts, payment information, and personal data have been compromised is a serious concern for many in the PlayStation community. Until PlayStation provides more information, users are left in the dark, anxiously awaiting updates and hoping for a resolution. The fear of a hack has led to widespread panic, and players are calling for transparency from Sony to clarify whether this is another case of a security breach. As the outage drags on, the urgency for an official statement grows, with many users desperate for reassurance that their accounts and data are safe. Well, that is it for now. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you and see you on the next video.